You can see my next guest on Netflix. Season 3 of the show Fuller House just kicked off maybe a week ago or so. He's also doing stand-up comedy all over the place, and he's just a wonderful person to talk to when the opportunity presents itself. Ladies and gentlemen, on the MockLink Celebrity Hotline, it's Dave Coulier. Welcome back to the great state of Iowa, sir. It's always good to talk to you.
Thank you.
How have you been, buddy? It's been a while.
I've been good. I've been busy. Fuller House season 3. I mean, we've been working away. I've been directing some of the shows and having a blast.
I was reading about you getting behind the camera, and I wonder, as someone that has spent a lot of time in front of the camera, but also like producing and writing things and then doing stand-up, have you got I don't want to say have you gotten comfortable directing, because I don't want you to think that would mean are you complacent as a director, but have you gotten to a point where you're like, I can absolutely handle this directing thing with no problem?
Well, multicam shows are, it's a different kind of way of shooting. You've got 4 cameras, and you've got to kind of orchestrate those cameras as the play plays itself out, and you've got to be able to, we've got a lot of actors on this show, and so sometimes you'll have 15 people in a scene, and you've only got 4 cameras. So it gets a little tricky, technically, but the part I love most is giving the actors some funny business, or, give them a joke or a punchline. And, I love working with the actors. It's just, I think they trust my sensibilities, which is really nice of them.
Right.
In that, they'll trust when I tell them, this is going to be funny. Just trust me, So I love the whole process. Have I gotten complacent? Absolutely not, because I learn something every time I do it.
So nice to hear. And I bet that, especially with some of the original cast members, there has to be a level of comfort that maybe, they're professional actors and they've been doing it for a while, but it probably is just a little reassuring when the direction is coming from someone that they've known for so many years, right?
Well, and, when I'm there to be an actor, I'm kind of a professional clown, and so then when I come in, and I'm always goofing around trying to keep the set laughing, and then when I come in as a director, everybody's like, who is this guy? Where's Dave? It's a different hemisphere of my brain being on the other side of that camera. But, I love technical things. I'm kind of a geek. I love flying airplanes. So I love, technical gadgets and stuff. And there's plenty of that in television. So, I love it. I love doing, both sides of the camera.
I want to pivot for a second and just let you know how much my 5-year-old son, Henry, and my 2.5-year-old son, Theodore, love Jimmy Booger. Oh, my goodness. Dave, I don't think I've played... If I could look at the amount of times I've played We Love to Fart on my phone for them, it's probably the most played thing on my... I mean, it's fabulous. So I just want to say thank you for Jimmy Booger, because it's brought them so much joy for the last year and a half or whatever.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. By design, that little interactive storybook is designed to drive parents absolutely crazy.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, I love it because I've got to meet you and talk to you a couple of times, and I appreciate that the Jimmy Booger is entertaining, but also something good for families to do together, because anymore, everybody's so busy. So it's nice to have that. And I wonder, have you thought about doing another installment for Jimmy Booger, or any future plans with that?
Well, I think I'm going to do the book that, that your kids are listening to. It's a musical storybook, and the songs are embedded in the book. It was 92 pages long, and I think that was, it was a little too long. So what I'm thinking of doing are mini Jimmies.
Nice.
And they'll just be, little anecdotes with a song attached to it. So it's just be kind of a learning lesson for kids about, don't be a bully, so it'll be an anti-bullying message, but it'll be a fun song that kind of tells you that's not cool. Don't do that. So I think the next project is going to be little mini Jimmies, and it'll just be, short little stories with a song.
I think it's a great idea. On your website, davecoulier.com, I see that you're doing some dates in October at a bunch of different universities. I wonder, do you have any plans to come through Iowa or Illinois? We're close to Illinois. I mean, it would be great to have you doing some comedy in the area, buddy. It would just make sense to me,
Well, yeah, just the folks at University of Iowa have to just contact my agent and say, hey, we want Dave, and I'll come there.
It's got to be so great, too, because with Fuller House, and now in its third season, there's probably people, Dave, that are experiencing Fuller House and then going, so to speak, to the source material, which would be Full House and 192 episodes of that. So what are people saying to you? Are they they're complimenting Fuller House and how great that is, and it's refreshing and it's really wonderful. But then they're probably, for the first time, maybe discovering the original at this point, right?
Yeah, it's kind of become a cross-generational show, like a lot of people who grew up watching the show now say, my kids are watching the show in syndication, and now they're sampling, Fuller House, which is Full House 2.0, and so all the characters are back, just, except for, Mary-Kate and Ashley,
right?
Who we love, and hopefully they will at some time come back and pay us a visit. But it's one of those shows that has really become this iconic family show that your kids are safe watching.
And it's so great, and I can't believe that here we are talking about season 3 of Fuller House. The last time you and I spoke, we were talking Jimmy Booger, and I think season 1 of Fuller House was just coming down the pike. So at this point, have you heard anything about a season 4 yet, or is that being worked on currently, or what?
Well, we haven't been officially picked up. They'll release the second half of season 3 sometime in December.
Okay.
And that's usually when they let us know that, there's going to be a season 4. There'll be an announcement. If it happens, that's probably when Netflix will announce it.
Sure.
But we're hoping to do this show for, at least a few more years, because the fans love the show. We've won the People's Choice Award, the Teen Choice Award, the past 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So our fans love the show, and we'd like to just keep doing great shows for our fans.
Well, it's really a joy to watch, and I enjoy every opportunity I have to chat with you, and I will get to work on trying to get you back to the state of Iowa. And Dave, I appreciate the time, and I can't wait to see the mini Jimmys. And when that is ready to come out, please, join me again, and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely. I would love to.
Dave Coulier, you're a good man, and I think when I pick my 5-year-old up from kindergarten, I will have to play "We Love to Fart" as soon as he gets in the vehicle, because he'll need a laugh after a long day.
Tell him Jimmy Booger's dad says hello.
Absolutely. Dave Coulier, thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.